This animated video toolkit provides a practical guide on the steps for co-management of women-led mangrove and estuarine shellfisheries in West Africa. Co-management planning steps. Step 1. Define your shell fishery. What fishery do you want to manage? What are the boundaries of the area in which you can manage this fishery? Consider the area that covers all life cycle stages of the fishery. Consider the boundaries of parks and areas already defined for conservation. Step 2. Stakeholder analysis. Who harvests the fish? What are the number, types, and location of harvesters? Who are the other actors with livelihoods in the fishery? Who eats or buys the fish? Who has authority to make decisions? Who supports fishers and other actors? Who has the most influence on decision making? How will you include different actors in the planning decisions? Document the answers to these questions. Step 3. Situation analysis. Is the fishery healthy or in decline? Why? What are the problems in the fishery now and future trends that need to be watched? Discuss and document the answers to these questions and the sources of the information. Step 4. Institutional arrangements. Who will have decision-making power for co-management of the fishery in the plan? A formal or informal organization or group is required. Decide if exclusive use rights to the fishery will be delegated and to which group. Decision-making is best left in the hands of the shellfish harvesters. Ideally, a management committee should not include any government or other outside representatives. This is to empower the shellfish harvesters in decision-making, particularly if harvesters are women with low socioeconomic status and may be illiterate or have little formal schooling. Advisory committees with technical staff or respected community leaders should not be involved directly in decision-making, but play an advisory role or provide a final approval of regulations drafted by user groups. Step 5. Vision or purpose. Why do you want to manage the fishery? Decide on a short statement to answer the question. Step 6. Goal and objectives. What should a successfully and sustainably managed fishery look like? For the fish, for the habitat, for fishers, fisher committees, and others, including but not only food and income. What results must be achieved to reach each of these goals? Make a list of measurable targets to be achieved. Step 7. Management measures. What are the behaviors or practices that can be put in place that will lead to the identified results? These should be based on the situational analysis showing the problems and trends in the fishery, and on the stakeholder analysis showing who and where the actors are. The behaviors or practices should be clear to communicate and understand, realistic for actors to do, and possible to monitor if they are being done. Examples of management measures could include closed seasons, closed areas, prohibiting harvesting small-sized shellfish, prohibiting the cutting of mangroves. Behaviors or practices must be strong enough to make the difference you want to see. Step 8. Penalties and sanctions. What should be the penalties for those who break the rules in the plan? Who will take the action on imposing the penalties? Who will get the money, if any, and who will decide what to use it for? Step 9. Resources. What expertise, people, money, material, or infrastructure are needed to carry out the co-management plan? Identify the resources needed to implement the co-management plan. Step 10. Formal approval of co-management plan. The institution arrangements, decision-making power, management measures, and penalties identified in the plan should be recognized by an authority outside of the Shellfishers group to be most effective. This will strengthen the plan and the results it aims to achieve, to stand up to any challenges by those who may question it. Step 11. Implementation. The community may want to start implementing the management plan even before it is formally approved by the outside authorities. Making a list of activities, a timeline, and assigned responsibilities for the activities every year is a good way to implement the plan. This also allows for frequent adjustments as needed. Step 12. Monitoring. Develop a monitoring plan that is practical, based on the capacity and resources of the co-management institutions. The health of the fishery and the amount of harvesting taking place should be monitored, in addition to monitoring whether management measures specified in the plan were implemented. This will track how well management is working. Engaging shellfishers and youth from the shellfishing communities help data collection and analysis, especially if the government is not providing resources to do this. Academic institutes can also support monitoring. Step 13. Reviewing your core management plan. Include a schedule for review in the plan to see if the objectives and goals are being met. The plan should allow for adjustments based on review without burdensome process. This will allow the management measures and decision-making to keep up with changes in the situation. Changes in management measures should be at the discretion of the management committee. The formal approval authority, example, Fisheries Agency, can review these, but should not intervene unless they contradict existing law or are harmful to the sustainability of the fishery. As the planning process is carried out, it is important to remember a few key points to a successful process. 1. Make sure the women shellfishers are fully empowered and involved to the greatest extent possible as the key persons making decisions about management objectives and actions. 2. Building capacity of women shellfishers and their associations is essential for sustainability. Through leadership development, team building, financial literacy, livelihood development, and user rights. 3. Co-management can be most successful where the process has the support from high-level officials and a strong legal and policy supporting framework. This toolkit was developed by the Women Shellfishers and Food Security Project implemented by the Coastal Resources Center, University of Rhode Island, Center for Coastal Management, University of Cape Coast in Ghana, Development Action Association in Ghana, Tri-Oyster Women's Association in the Gambia, and World Agroforestry through the support of the United States Agency for International Development.